if you're a repeat visitor, it's nice to see you again. What can I say? I haven't made many videos recently. In fact, I think the last one that I made was probably, and I'm gonna guess, I would say it's probably about August, September last year. So a lot of things have happened in between then and now. My laptop, which I used to do all my video editing on, it's packed in, and although I really wanted to start making more videos, I hung on until after Christmas to try and nab a bargain and get a cheap laptop. But the laptop situation is resolved, so I can finally get back out and make some little videos for you all again. I've been raring to go for probably the last couple of months, but we've had some rather strange weather out in Cumbria. It seems to swing from one week being beautiful, like it is today, to snowing, and we have literally had snow, wind, rain and sun in the same day, sometimes in the same hour. So I haven't been out on my bike a lot, and this is honestly the first day in weeks where I've thought, actually I've got a few hours because it's Easter Sunday and I'm not at work. I can just fill up the bike and go for a little bit of a total. Now you probably notice, if you're a return visitor to the channel, that there's one of the stars of my channel is no longer with us. Little McGuinness, my gorgeous little CBR800, he's gone. And may I use this little section of the video to introduce you to Elmo. This is my VFR800. Now I'll try and keep my my wittering and general carry-on that I make about my 800 to a minimum. But I have been in love with the VFR for years and years, and it goes back to after I passed my test. All I wanted was the VFR800, but me being a little bit of a, I wouldn't say a scaredy cat, probably just a bit nervy, shall we say, about the prospect of going from my little CBR 125 straight onto an 800. I opted to spend best part of 3.5 years learning how to ride a bike on my own terms on McGuinness, my little 500, which I loved it. And if you're in the market for your first big bike, you can't go wrong with it. A lot of people will try and tell you should go for the 650, but it's just a gorgeous little machine. It's cheap to insure, it's cheap to run. I took it camping. I probably pushed it to its limits, but yeah, absolutely loved it. And I do have on my channel a little 3-year review of the bike, so if you're interested in watching that, pop over and have a look. So I'm just going to nip up the motorway a little bit. I don't know how noisy things will be on the microphone, so I will get a little bit further up the motorway, then we're going to hit the back roads, and I'll catch up with you then. Well, that's nice to get back off the motorway. So yes, where was I? Oh yes, so this is the first time I'm actually getting to take my my VFR out for a nice little run, and I'm I'm over the moon with it. I can't fault anything about the bike. It just, again, it was like when I first got my CBR. I sat on it and it just felt right, and that was from the word go. There weren't any doubts. And here he is. He's bright red. He's lovely. I love the engine. I love that he's so comfortable to ride. I use him to go commuting to work, and I also will probably look to go camping with him, like I did with McGuinness. Yeah, fantastic little machine. So today, with it being Easter Sunday, I thought I'd probably best stay away from the Lake District. That's not knocking the lakes at all, but anyone who's been to the lakes on a bank holiday will know that unless you really like standing around in traffic jams for hours on end, it's not the first place that I'd think of spending my days off work. I'm going to pop over to the Dalveen Pass today. Hopefully it should be quite quiet, and by the looks of it, the weather's still pretty good up here. So we're just coming past Lockerbie now. I think the Dalveen Pass, what can I say about it? It's one of those sort of hidden gems, and as soon as you know it's there, you just want to go back to it. And I'd had a ride over it with McGuinness back probably July, August last year, and it's astounding that we've got such a great little pass just off the motorway. So I hope you enjoy coming with me. We'll go and have a look at it. If you're interested in how to get to the Dalveen Pass and you're wanting a bit of a break from the motorway, especially if you were heading from England, the best tip I can give you is to peel off at Gretna. You can wait till further on, like I did today at Lockerbie, but peel off at Gretna and pick up the B7076, which is this road. As you can see, runs pretty much parallel to the M74, and I don't think I've ever been on it and found that it's been busy. It's always quiet. I mean, this is Easter Sunday. Look at it. There's no one. It's fantastic. Obviously, if you're in a bit of a hurry and you want to use the motorway, go for it. But you'll need to then come off at Moffat, and I'll be able to show you later on how you pick up the Dalveen. But no, I mean, you can't fault this, can you? Open road, and it's in good nick as well, which compared to a lot of the roads around here, it's like you spend most of your time staring at the road trying to find if there's any areas you don't have a blinking pothole. But, moving on from a little rant there, you might be able to see, as we come around the corner, these gorgeous hills as we're heading towards Moffat and Beattock. There are some fantastic roads if you happen to head off towards Moffat as well. And I think I did once cover these roads in one of my videos. But yeah, certainly if you're in the area, go to Moffat, head for the Devil's Beef Tub. Absolutely stunning roads. They're in good nick. If you're into well, I wouldn't say more spirited riding, but if you're into more sort of twisty roads, there's some great twisties around just up outside Moffat, and all of this is in easy reach of then being able to get back onto the M74. So you're never really that far away from if you did need to get home or if the weather turned. So yeah, I think it's certainly an area that gets overlooked. You've got the Lake District, you've got over towards Northumberland and Kielder, you've got some great roads there. You've also got the Solway Coast, both the English and the Scottish side. But I love this area. I used to come up here when I'd passed my test in my old Skoda Felicia, and yeah, I thought I was like discovering a whole new world. But I suppose you're always like that when you've just passed your driving test and you've suddenly got out on the road. I tell you what, there is one. To hear from anyone in the comments on the video if they've done the Southwest, I think it's called the Southwest 300 or the Southwest Coast 300. I think it looks quite a nice route, and it seems to pick up a lot of the Solway Coast on the Scottish side, and it takes you away around by, I think you go up towards Irvine and Ayr and that way. Like the name suggests, I think it's about 300 miles, but it looks quite fun, and I think I would be quite interested in doing that over a couple of days. I know I could get around in one day, but you know, where's the fun in that? Especially with the amount of faffing about that I do. I like to stop everywhere and take photos. Generally waste a lot of time. So it would be interesting to know if any of you have actually done that route. Look at these hills, I mean, come on, I think we're being spoiled today, aren't we? Yeah. So yeah, if you want to come up the motorway to check out the Dalveen Pass, I would advise coming off at the Moffat junction on the M74, so that's junction 15. And then it's pretty simple, just stay on the B7076 until you get to Elven Foot. To say that I'm looking forward to it's probably an understatement, because the last time I went over there I was blown away by the scenery, but it was chucking it down, so fingers crossed it's going to stay dry for this turn. interesting fact for you. You'll see you've got on either side of the road quite broad cycle paths. This is actually, I believe, mostly the old A74. So it was it used to be the old road between Carlisle and Glasgow before the M74 rocked up. But I do believe that, well, let's see, yeah, it's Route 74 of the Sustrans cycle route. And that means you can pretty much cycle your way to Glasgow from Carlisle. I have actually thought about doing it a few times. Never really got around to it. But when you've got views like this, I mean, I think it'd be pretty nice route to do. I know when you get further on, it might not be all rolling hills and it might be a bit busier on the road, but I think that's quite a nice way. I mean, I know it's not a motorbike, but it's still two wheels. It still puts a smile on your face. Here we go. We're here. I will pull up and I will sort out my cameras. And then you'll be pleased to know I will shut up and let the scenery do the talking. Well, what a gorgeous day. Okie doke, let's go and have a look at the Dalveen Pass. What do you say, Elmo? You ready to go? Woo-hoo, exciting, here we go. what can I say? We got a clear run over the Dalveen Pass and it's still sunny. So one thing I have learned is that the batteries that I've got for my aging GoPro setup, they're all a bit knackered. So this is probably going to be the last of the filming for today. I think I might go back over the pass and pull over and take some photos, because it's just such a great day. It'd be a shame to miss that opportunity. But from me and from little Elmo, I just want to say Happy Easter.